Okay. We are live. Look at this hair. Goodness gracious. Don't you love it? Okay. Can't worry about that. Um, this is a video. I wanted to come live because there was a confirmation that I received on the 9th of December. We did a heart healing session on the 8th of December for trauma. The very next day, I opened my email and I get updates and prophetic words from Lana Vawser. And this was the one that I got on the 9th after our healing session on the 8th. I just felt it was such a beautiful confirmation. So Lana Vawser goes on to say in her email, she said, recently I heard the Lord say, I am the one who stills the storms within. How many of you have been going through an internal storm during this holiday season? I call it the fight or flight syndrome. It's trauma that's stored in our cells. We're not even aware that this trauma wants to, our bodies are trying to get rid of it. Our bodies have thought that they get rid of it, but then these memories come up and this trauma, the things that we've experienced, the deep heartache is internalized. We do not need to bury this. It needs to be healed. That's the reason I do the inner heart healing. Okay, I am Judy Liming, and I'm going to read on. So I have been experiencing this internal storm, and I have been calling it shattered. Shattered and scattered because that's the way I feel. I feel like that there's so much of me that is shattered and my mind becomes scattered. My thinking becomes scattered. I can't finish a project. I'll work 2 or 3 minutes here, then I'll work 1 or 2 minutes there, then I'm on to the next thing. I tend to be scattered anyway, but this is magnified. So this is something different. So Lana Vawser goes on to say, when the Lord spoke these words, I saw many crying out to the Lord, and they were saying things like, Lord, I don't even remember what it's like to live in deep peace, deep joy, and deep stillness. And as they cried out to the Lord, the knowing came to me that these ones have been carrying so much trauma from what they have endured that there are some pretty fierce storms going on in their souls. I then heard the Lord say, I am the one who stills the storms within. Stills. Stills. The sense surrounded me so strongly of the healing of the Lord from the pain, the grief, and trauma for these ones crying out at a deeper level than they have known before. Where many of these ones have battled storms around them, they have been feeling like they have been left with storms going on within them. But the Lord is delivering them. This is good news. It's the Lord's deliverance. The Lord is delivering us in this hour. I saw the Lord standing before these ones, and he was coming as the Prince of Peace. And she quotes Isaiah 9:6-7. The cry for peace and for joy coming from the hearts of those ones was loud, and the Lord heard their cries. He has heard our cries. He will hear our cries. Where the storms have raged within you, I am bringing you into deeper stillness of soul. I am bringing you deeper into the quiet place with me. I am bringing you deeper into the pastures where I will shepherd you, and you will find rest for your souls. I then heard Psalm 23:3 so loudly. He refreshes and restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. The Lord continued to speak. I am refreshing and restoring your soul. I am bringing you deeper into the place of stillness and soul and into deeper places of perfect peace that is found in me. I am deeply, deeply ministering to these areas of your soul where the storms have been loud. There are many hidden storms that many of you carry that none see, but I see. And I am going to remind you again of my peace, my joy. For many of you have been hearing and experiencing the effects of trauma in your life. And I am freeing you from these places of trauma. And I am releasing you from its chains. Come on, Lord. Come on, Lord. Just as Peter was released from prison, and just as Paul and Silas were released, they were released when they were worshiping. Peter was asleep. I like that. I like the part where, yeah, an angel will wake us up and say, get up, come on, let's go. I would love that. Yeah, because sometimes when we're in those traumatized places, um, we can sleep and then we need to be awakened from those places. You will be reminded again of what living in perfect peace and joy in me feels like. Lana Vawser goes on to say, she heard the Lord say, for I have heard your crying out to me. See, for I have heard many of you crying out to me that you have forgotten what it feels like to live in my perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. That's Philippians 4:7. As the noise of trauma has been loud in your hearts and in your heads, I say unto you, no more. For I am delivering you and I am covering you with my perfect peace and bringing a realignment. I'm ready for that. A realignment of heart, mind, and body to no longer being affected by the effects of the trauma you have endured. I say unto you that there are many of you who have felt shut down in this season. You have felt like parts of your heart have closed off because of the trauma you have endured. And I see that many of you have stopped crying. I say unto you that the healing tears are about to flow. They are about to flow deeply and continuously as my spirit ministers deeply to you, and I will bring life to your heart again. I will bring strength to your heart again. I will bring peace to your heart again. And no longer will you feel like you're being swallowed up by the storms of trauma within your hearts. It's time for you to arise and run in the freedom that is already yours. For in me, for who the Son sets free is free indeed. That's John 8:36. And where many of you have felt your hearts living in a place of shutdown, I am breaking that power through my healing hand and my ferocious love. I am causing your hearts to thrive again. I love that word, ferocious love. That's the love of the Lion of Judah. We are set free by the blood of the Lamb and by the loving heart cry of the ferocious love of the Lion of Judah. I love that. I love that ferocious love. If those of you that have been traumatized, if you want to just start roaring, go ahead and roar. Be one of those roaring, thriving hearts. I say unto you, your trauma will no longer hinder your ability to hear and perceive that which I am speaking and releasing, and your creativity. I say unto you, those that are listening, I am restoring your soul. I am restoring your strength. I am restoring your creativity, and I am restoring your VISION. It's in capital letters, vision. I am restoring your vision. I say unto you, my people, for where there has been trauma that you have endured from many places, I am turning that trauma into triumph. Capital letters, TRIUMPH. Triumph. Triumph over trauma. And where that trauma has been, I say unto you, that you shall know my joy and my peace again in ways you have not known before. I say unto you, where trauma has clouded your mind, I am breaking its power and restoring CLARITY in large letters, clarity. I am restoring clarity of mind. And where trauma has deeply affected many of your bodies, I am breaking its power, and you shall see capital healing and capital strength. Yes, you shall see healing and strength manifest in your physical bodies. Hallelujah. In ways you have not seen before. My people, I am the one who stills the storms. Invite me into the storms within your souls and allow me to speak and to minister to you and bring you into deep places of stillness and quietness of soul. This is found only in me. This is a word from Lana Vawser. You can Google her. She's Australian. She sends out a word maybe a couple of times. Maybe she sends out a word a week. But anyway, if you want to start getting prophetic words from Lana Vawser, just Google, and it will take you to her website. So, okay, I am thankful for you. And I know this has been a lengthy prophetic word, but I felt it was extremely important. And I so was excited about the confirmation that it was so timely with our Kingdom Heart Healing session from Sunday, December the 8th. So I will do another one on trauma, I believe, and forgiveness. Okay. Bye-bye. I will see you. Fullness of love, guys.